I've received a message today. It was from Jackie. She said that Stephen passed away. I've lost a friend. It's quite hard to take on. I just like to make this video for the closest friends. I cannot be there, so I'm making this video for all his friends. And I'd like to share a few stories in this video. In 2007, I was looking for a new job, and I've been given a few job offers. And I remember vividly the interview with him, and I finally, after having a few job offers, decided to work there for a while, because I thought I could have learned a lot. And I joined in November 2007. I remember it really, really clearly. And I joined because of him. I didn't join because of the pay or anything else. And I thought I could learn a lot, and I actually did learn a lot. And this is what I took away from that particular job and working so closely with him. I've learned values which are gonna stay with me for a long, long time, and I'm not sure whether I would have learned them otherwise. He left a very deep mark upon me, and I'm gonna carry it for a long, long time, very likely for the rest of my days. What I've learned is honesty, always tell the truth, and in business, the truth will pay off. And it was actually true. I've learned there that it was true. We could actually get good and big business just by telling the truth, the full story. That was one of the things that I've learned, and I carry with me to this day. It's extremely saddening to know that Stephen has passed away, and it comes as a shock, but it's also a reminder that no matter how successful we all are, no matter our sacrifices, is that we all pass away. So you might as well leave a quite deep mark upon this life for other people to carry on. And that mark I will carry on for the rest of my days. It's with great sadness that I've learned about this news. And since I cannot be there, I've decided to make this video. Just to send my condolences to everybody who worked and lived with him. He's been an incredible man. He wasn't very good looking, certainly he wasn't, but there was something very special about him, very special, and you could sense it whenever you were talking to him or close to him. I remember other few stories. The thing that was extremely remarkable about him was his intelligence, his sixth sense. I remember walking towards his office. He couldn't actually see it was me. I haven't actually said a word, and I'd say, "Andreas, how are you doing today?" And he hadn't seen me yet, so he could recognize me by the way I walked. And then I remember sitting in his office, and somebody was actually about to walk in, and he could say, "This is Elaine, this is Jackie, this is Peter, this is David." He could recognize people just by the sound of the walk. They had a few very remarkable things about him. And it is so saddening to hear about that, because we have lost over the weekend a great person. And there's many other stories. I remember walking up to see customers with him. It was always a pleasure, never boring. But actually keep teasing me on many things, in that I was old, and I was 28 at the time. I said, "Oh well, Andreas, you're too old. You cannot understand these things. I mean, your fresh days are gone." And it was very funny. I remember many stories of the sort, and I've learned many things, and I still carry them with me, and I will use them. I will use them in my business. I've applied them. One of the reasons why we've been successful is also by applying these very simple principles of honesty, telling the truth, and trying not to embellish it too much either, and looking for the long term. I've learned all these things and more at SDC Industries, working with Stephen Coomes, and I've left in 2010, not because I didn't like the job, it's just because it was the right thing to do for my own future. But what I've learned over the 2.5 years working with Stephen Coomes is remarkable, and I will carry it with me. Once again, we've lost a great person in the weekend, and he left a deep mark upon myself, and I'm sure if you're watching this video, it left a big mark upon you too, because it was almost impossible to be around him and not be influenced by this great person. So I just like to conclude this video saying to everybody, thanks to Mr. Coomes for having been with us and taught us as much as you had. Thank you.